How did you talk to your kids, Lisa, about dating when they were teenagers?
Well, we had some interesting conversations. One of the things that we told our boys, and again, we're not against dating, but we did tell the boys that if you date somebody exclusively, sometimes you lose them as a friend. And we had to say to them, are you willing to, like, if you're going out with this girl, that means that you will go out with her for a little while, and maybe 3 months later, she hates you. Are you okay with that? Because it seems like that a lot of times that's a cost. And so we really try to encourage them to date as like in groups as friends, like, hey, hang out together as friends. We were not against dating. We also didn't really feel like dating should happen early on. We tried to delay it much later. And we tried to foster that the kids could bring girls to the house, guys to the house, just all hang out together and make it a really fun place to be and a safe place to be. But I think a lot of times there's a whole lot of pressure on young kids to be emotionally involved with other young kids when they're emotionally immature. And so I think you can put your kids in dangerous situations. I would have loved to tell my boys, you can't date till you're 22. That's when you can get married, but that's not feasible.
But one thing that you and I did tell the boys that I think is very helpful for parents is that we said, if you go on a date with this girl, and this is when they were older, of course, because we did not allow our kids to date until they were a certain age. We said
I'm trying to think, was it like 15?
No,
15?
it wasn't. It was like 17.
No, Arden dated before
that. It was
because he was a baby.
That's another.
Okay.
That was something that he kind of did outside of our counsel.
It's the baby.
And he
It's
still
the baby.
talks about how much he regrets it. So if I look at what we did tell him, is we said, look, you got to realize this young lady, if she doesn't end up being your wife, you're actually out right now with somebody else's wife in the future. And treat her the way you would want guys to treat your future wife. We would say that to them, and that really helped bring them in perspective. And I think scripturally, that's what Paul says to Timothy. He says, treat younger women as sisters. Mm-hmm. So in other words, she's not your wife yet. And if she's not going to be your wife, which is, there could be a very good chance if it's a dating situation, she's going to be somebody else's wife one day.
Right.
Treat her the way you want your future wife to be treated by the guy she goes out with.